And most of my paintings are about my culture. And I don't, it's mostly like the not like the wealthy, you know. It's mostly the people like on the street. I just find there's so much beauty about somebody like a woman walking down the street with an umbrella. Just fascinates me. I love the shadows and the light, and have a lot of pictures of people, and they do that there. You know, they carry umbrellas all the time, or people selling flowers, or people selling fruit on the street, and those are the people that are trying to make a living. You know, with that, just kind of selling these things. They're not professional. They're not educated, but I just find so much beauty in them. But my dad influenced me incredibly towards being an artist. When I teach art, I tell my students that one of the things that I hope I will teach them is to see, like to be aware of the beauty around them, to be aware of their surroundings, to kind of comprehend. You know, I am a God-loving person, so I think that creation is absolutely amazing, and I think that people just don't take the time to do that. And I was fortunate to have a dad. He was actually a topographer, so he spent a lot of times out in the field and out in the middle of nature. So he would always point out things to me, you know, be it the sunset, be it the clouds, the trees, the flowers, whatever. And I was quite a lover of nature, and that really got me started, like opened my eyes. So I really did not have any education in art until I came here and went to college, but I drew all the time. I just would walk around with a pad of paper and a pencil, and I would draw things. And I had a very close relationship with my dad, and I think back and I think maybe I just wanted to impress him, for him to see that I was paying attention and I was listening to what he was telling me. I don't know, but so that was at the beginning of it. I just loved to draw. And I did a couple of classes. We actually did not have the resources that were in the United States at the time, but I did some classes like by mail, some drawing classes, and I got interested in advertising. But then, you know, because of how things worked out for me, what was available was fine art. So that's what I went into. I just knew I needed to do art. When I first came to this country, when it was Washington, D.C., my aunt, who was the one that lived there, took me to the National Gallery, and I was just amazed at all that I saw. And there was one particular painting that I kept staring at, and I'm like, I want to be able to do that. So that might have been just little things that I think back, and I think those might have been little steps that prepared me for my career. So that's how it started. And like I said, I first, drawing is very important. I have the kindergartner's drawing, and nobody can trace, and everybody just needs to learn to draw shapes, and once you draw the shapes, you can draw almost anything. But one of the important things is for them to be aware. I like them to see, you know, to pay attention to things. And it makes, and I also tell this to the students, I feel bad for schools that no longer have art, because it's not just the coming in to draw a pretty picture, it's what's happening in our brains. As when our brain and our hand connect, it just opens up, you know, like almost like a different channel in the brain, and that just helps them learn better in all subjects. It's not the same as somebody showing you a picture of a frog. If you sit down and you draw it, you're gonna know what that frog looks like. I tell them that it's like anytime you want to draw, you want to learn about something, draw it, because then you really look at